Colorado is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Over and over today, I've heard supporters of this bill saying it's just the first step. Then, maybe, they'll think about fixing the bill. Well, tell that to the millions of Americans who are now reaping the benefits of the legislation, who, if this actually became law, would lose what they have only just now gained. Citizens whose children suffer from diabetes or asthma and have finally been able to get coverage. Citizens like the small business owners I met with last fall in Denver, who because of the health reform law's tax credits are finally able to get health insurance for their employees. And citizens like the next generation of our country's leaders, like my young neighbor who has type 1 diabetes and is going to college but knows he will have insurance and he can stay on his parents' insurance. I keep hearing repeal and replace, but frankly, Mr. Speaker, that's not what we're doing today. We're repealing these benefits that help millions of Americans, and we are replacing them with nothing. If the proponents of this bill really intended to cover these things, why didn't they just put the 10 pages that my colleague talked about in the bill? The reason is because if you want to give benefits like this to millions of Americans, to young people, to women with gender disparity, and to small businesses, you have to have comprehensive reform. We all know it, and that's why we need to resist this effort. We need to resist repealing this legislation, and we need to work together across the aisle to implement it in a way that helps every single American. I yield back.
Gentlelady yields back the balance of her time. Gentleman from Michigan.